adventure. We're bringing to you the best psychics, mediums, healers. You have questions, we have the answers. All is not lost. Don't give up hope. Waiting. So tell your friends about us. And tell your families to tune in. I've been on an amazing adventure, and I'm about to bring you on it with me.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful night. I know I am. Nice relaxing evening, having my tea. Hopefully you're able to see us on Facebook Live and you can hear the audio and see the video with no problem, and same thing with Blog Talk Radio. Have a special guest with us tonight. She's running a little late, but you know, that's fine. Things happen. We just have to go with the flow. We have Psychic Angela Teresa is going to be joining us in just a few moments, and if you are on my Facebook page, she will be joining me on Facebook video, Facebook Live, so it's going to be nice to go ahead and have her joining me there. So I just have to you know, fine-tune things. It's always, you know, a work in progress here, and trying to adapt to all new technology and new ways of doing broadcasts. So I'm kind of looking forward to being able to go ahead and bring her on here with us as soon as she gets here. So if you want, go ahead and listen in. You can also find us on BeTheLightNow.com. We're streaming live on there. We're on YouTube, Ustream, and a whole bunch of other places for the live video, along with Facebook Live. We're also on Spreaker.com. And the latest thing we have for you too is, so a lot of people have been saying, oh man, I missed it, I couldn't get home and I wasn't near the computer, and you know, trying to log into Blog Talk Radio or anywhere else. Well, we have an app, and if you know, go to the website by tomorrow, should have the links up there for you. It's on Android right now, so if you actually go to the Google Play Store and type in Be the Light Now, you will find our app. So you can go ahead and tune in on the app whenever we have live shows, or the, you know, the broadcasts, and listen to the archives. And should be about another week, I'm hoping, at the latest, and it will be for Apple as well. So it's going to be nice to finally have the apps up and running for you. So this way, by then I'll have everything fine-tuned and you can watch the live video. We're also streaming this live on YouTube. So if you have a YouTube account and you want to go ahead and watch the show live on there, go ahead, because I have it set up to broadcast live on YouTube. So we have a lot of places for you to go ahead and tune in. We have a lot of amazing guests coming back on the show for you. So I'm looking forward to that. And you know, you tried to tune in last show and we had Kat Edwards, and she had some technical issues. So she's actually coming back in August. She's pretty well booked up until then, but it's going to be nice to have her on the air with us. So had to do a little bit manipulating with the Facebook Live. I set it up ahead of time to be side-by-side broadcast with Banishes Light. Went ahead and changed things. So haven't used their talk radio, talk show setup before. So you can bring some guests on if they're down into the lobby. So I have to just see how in the world they go ahead and do that. I'm not sure. You know, it's what it is when you have the new technology figuring everything out. I'm just glad we were able to go ahead and broadcast. It just stopped raining here. Unusual here in Costa Rica, being that we're up in the mountain. Internet could be a little spotty, you know, coming in and out. But storm went away, and there we go. Yeah, storm went away, and we're able to go ahead and connect to the internet, which is always nice. Very nice and relaxing up here right now. If you're looking at the video, you see it's like Michael's wearing like a sweater. It's like, yes, it's a little chilly here. We're at 4,700 feet up, and it's about 72 degrees in the house, which is usually not bad, but I have windows near me right now. So it's in the low to mid 60s outside, which is typical, especially right now. It's going into winter for us, even though we're north of the equator. So, but it just gets a little chilly, so you just put a little sweater on, and we're good to go. I know people in the United States and Florida and many other places right now, they're in the 80s and getting the heat wave. So it's been an adjustment being here in Costa Rica, and I've been living here now for almost 2 years. So we're kind of acclimated to the weather. So it's a nice change. We don't have to worry about it getting any lower than, I think the lowest temperature we've seen was mid-50s, and it was only one day, and that was I think it was like in October or November of last year, and that was the coldest that it had ever gotten. Down in Florida, I've seen it down to go to 19 degrees, 20 degrees in winter. So I'm glad I don't have to see snow flurries, have to deal with the cold weather anymore. Just have to adjust to living at the base of a volcano, which is it's kind of nice. We don't have to worry. Some people get a little panicky, saying, what happens if it blows its top? Nope, not going to happen. Where we are at, we're on, I think, the south-facing side of the volcano. So what happens is all the ash and everything else pretty much goes towards the west. So we don't have to worry about it. And if it starts spewing out lava, it'll go towards the west, where there's nothing growing and nobody living there. I'm Arthur Perez. Nice to see you here with us. When people post comments on a Facebook Live video, I can go ahead and see them, so I can show them on the screen as well. So I'm waiting for my guest to show up. She's going to be joining me via Facebook Live. She's looking forward to it. So it's going to be kind of nice to have somebody else on screen with me, so that I can always hide myself if I need to go get a drink of tea or do anything else while she's on the air taking your calls. And I have everything worked. I know we had Jake here with us one time, and we were having a little bit of audio, having it heard through the video, and so we managed to get that fixed. But I have 6 windows open, 6 applications actually open right now. Hello, Don from Gulfport. Hopefully we get to see you down here in Costa Rica again really soon. That'd be kind of nice. So, trying to go ahead and get them all connected was the biggest challenge for me. So we do have that working, because I have one application that goes to Spreaker, got Skype going, got the switchboard going, and we have streaming to, I think, 2 or 3 other places, so you can find us just about anywhere. But yeah, if you're interested, we not only do we offer for retreats here in Costa Rica at our property. It doesn't necessarily have to be for yoga. You can do a spiritual retreat, you can do a psychic weekend, you can do a healing retreat, just come here and do nothing. Just say, hey, Michael, I have a whole bunch of friends, we want to just come down to Costa Rica and do nothing for a couple of days. Well, contact me, we'll work out some arrangements. You can stay on the property, we can go sightseeing, go hiking. Can't go up to the volcano, they have that closed right now. But there are so many other wonderful things you can do here in Costa Rica. If you like hiking on trails, well, you walk out our door, go about 3 or 4 houses down, and you just follow the path down into the valley, and you've got so many hiking trails to take you all over the place. And if you end up on a couple of ridge lines over and you're not sure where you're at, well, just ask one of the locals and they'll help you out. So even if your Spanish is not that good, we'll just give you some little mini lessons on how to get back to the property here. So it's a nice adventure. September we do have Sarah Perez joining us here for about a week. She's going to be bringing some of her friends and all for a yoga retreat. October we may have some people visiting from California, and then in November one of my fellow classmates is coming here, and she's got a whole system set up for it. She's bringing some business speakers. It's going to be like a women's retreat for corporate executives and moms who are working. So I'm looking forward to seeing her again and having her join us here. So it's going to be a lot of fun doing that. But we also have things in the works for other retreats as well. So it could be, just a women's weekend, a men's weekend. A bunch of guys want to get together and just do nothing here in Costa Rica. Let us know. If you want more information, go to Costa Rica-retreat.com. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen here for you there. So if you're on Facebook Live, just go ahead and write that down, Costa Rica-retreat.com, and you can get more information on what we do here. You can see some pictures, which I have to update some more because the gardens are growing quickly. And, we're doing a lot of edible landscaping, so by the time you go to come here, you can have some really nutritious foods and everything right from our gardens. So it's going to be really nice to be able to do that. I'm looking forward to having people visiting us here. Hey Jack, you wanted to say hi? So those of you on video, that's Jack. One of these days he's going to join us here on video and put on a little show for you. He actually has his own YouTube channel. So, because Jack does some amazing tricks, which kind of surprised me. Yeah, Martha, we'll be here. Let me know on the website. I moved the websites over to the server that we have in Amsterdam, so we had a little bit of technical issues with some of the websites, but everything should be working now. But like I said, Jack's going to join us sometime to do a little show on video. That'll be the easiest way that you can go ahead and see it to really appreciate his little tricks. So, check us out here on Blog Talk Radio as well. And if you want, check out my website, Costa Rica-retreat.com, and you can find out more information on hosting a retreat here. What? Jack likes to have the attention here. Okay, let's see what Angela says. Okay, she's going to be with us in a few more minutes. She was running a little late, had to take she was out of the house, so she had to try to go ahead and get back in time. So she just, it was her message that she's going to be here in about 5 more minutes or so. We have Andrew Brewer coming, I believe, next week. We have Kat Edwards joining us again in August. But if you go to BeTheLightNow.com, you will see an update of all upcoming shows. And if you also join us on Facebook, you go to Be The Light Now. And let me go ahead and pull that up here so I can see what that is. There we go. Facebook.com/BTLNow. And that will give you a listing also of the upcoming shows of what we have going on. You can also contact us too if you're a psychic, medium, healer, yoga instructor, nutritionist, somebody who wants to go ahead and has been on radio before and would like to join us, then let me know. We're always looking for new guests to be on the show. And unlike some other places, we don't charge. We will have some advertisers coming on board really soon. So that is how we will be able to afford to keep the shows going. That's what we did before when we were back on air. We had some amazing sponsors, and I'm looking forward to having them join us back on air again, which is why we decided to add video and do the Facebook Live and start broadcasting in many other areas. So some areas you'll see that we have, advertisements before the videos, after videos, same thing with the audio, with the archives and all. You get to see the advertisers, and that's how we're going to start raising the money to pay for everything. So we're not going to go ahead and charge the guests. We're not going to go ahead and charge you for getting on air with us when we go ahead and start taking calls. Go ahead. We're going to bring you into the Blog Talk Radio phone line for tonight. So I'll go ahead and get the studio operational again shortly. But if you want to go ahead and call in, it's 657-383-1437. It's 657-383-1437. I'll go ahead and start taking calls when she gets here. Jack's got to go ahead and protect us, and he heard another dog barking outside. So which I was surprised. Mine there, that's, yeah, the big boy there, that's Lucky. Lucky, you want to say hi? Pause up. Say, there you go, say hi, Lucky. Well, I know. Well, you're like, what's going on? I know, thank you. Okay, cut down. Down. Good boy, go on. Yeah, that's Lucky, that's my dog. So we brought both dogs here with us to Costa Rica, so that was an adventure on its own. And if you're wanting to go ahead and retire here to Costa Rica, or wanting to just move here and you're like, what the heck do I do? Contact me. I've already had some people contacting me. How do I do it? Can I bring my animals? You know, are they allowed? You know, what's going on? And it was real easy bringing both dogs down. They just have to have a physical within 2 weeks of leaving, and a physical has to be notarized by your state agriculture department, just to state that the vet is a legitimate vet. So it was really easy to go ahead and do. Have a little way that we managed to bring them on the plane with us, so it did not cost us $100 and something, and they sat right at our feet. So we didn't have to go ahead and get a big seat for them, or the big crates or anything. They walked right on the plane and sat there and did pretty good. So it was you know, part of the adventure of getting here. But if you're wanting some information on how to go ahead and do it, you know, contact us. You know, we had people help us, and we want to go ahead and return that favor and be able to help other people to be able to come here as well. A lot of people are like, you know, I don't like what's going on in the U.S. I want to go move someplace else. You know, and that's one reason why we moved. Except, you know, we moved here 2 years ago. So at that point, we didn't have the presidential election, and we didn't have the presidential results. So, you know, I just had a feeling, and Ed had a feeling, it's like, something's not right, we need to leave. We need to get out of the country and go to Costa Rica. And, you know, for a lot of you know, I had never been outside the United States before. I didn't even have a passport. Got my passport in March. We came here in April. By the end of June, 4th of July weekend, so it was 2 years ago this weekend, this 4th of July holiday, we were here in Costa Rica buying this property. So it was nice, and then bought the property around that time. August, I graduated from yoga teacher training and had everything packed up. My car was already on its way here, as was mostly all of our furniture and other personal belongings. And September 3rd is when I moved down, so everything happened really quick. So we've jumped through the hoops. We've been through the craziness of everything on what to do and how to do it. So we're very open to helping other people to be able to go ahead and join us. Okay. Just checking on all these windows here. And Eva, hold on just a moment there. 585. Yeah, quite a few. When I logged in 15 minutes beforehand on Blog Talk Radio, there was already a line of people in the queue. We'll be taking calls as soon as my guest gets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a good 11 or 12 before you. Got about 16 people in the queue, so just hang in there. We're going to start taking calls as soon as we can. Like I said, she was running a little bit late, so she's trying to go ahead and connect on her computer so she can join us. And she doesn't have to dial into Blog Talk Radio or anything like that. She's going to be right on video, and I have everything interconnected so you can hear her on Blog Talk Radio, as well as being able to go ahead and hear me. But, you know, when you go ahead and you'll hear me talking about diet and exercise and how it can help open up your own abilities and help you to go ahead and make decisions in your life and what's going on. You know, that's what we did. I went ahead and followed what Spirit was telling us, and it's like, we have to do this now. You know, we have to move. I just had that nagging feeling inside where it's like, no, no, no. So we, you know, we weren't even totally prepared on what to do. And I said, by September, we have to do this. You know, September, you know, no later than October. And just had that feeling, and I wasn't sure why, but we managed to have it all happen by the beginning of September, and got here. And you know, every once in a while I get like, okay, we have to do this quickly, we have to do this now, we have to get it going. the main thing was getting gardens ready and starting to produce our own food. So we managed to get some gardens going. We have many vegetables and all, and a lot of fruits growing. So, you have to learn to go ahead and listen to spirit, and anybody can go ahead and listen to that inner voice that's inside of you. But if you're not vibrating at a high enough frequency, you're not going to hear things. You're not going to go ahead and get those gut feelings. You're going to be like, what the heck's going on here? Why can't I feel anything or know what's going on? And it's because of your diet. When I changed my diet, my abilities opened up even more, and they reawakened because I didn't take care of myself for the longest period of time. And what happens then is, your abilities go ahead and shut down a little bit, and you start doubting yourself. And I doubted myself for the longest period of time, and now I'm beginning to accept the messages that I receive from Spirit. And a lot of times it's like trying to fine-tune what those messages are. But you'll start getting me to talk more about going ahead and opening up your abilities and reconnecting. And it's to help you out too, so you can go ahead and know what you're feeling, how to feel it. Let me put this in the window here. Okay, if you call that number, 657-383-1437, as soon as she joins me, we will start taking some guests. Thank you, Martha, for visiting out the website. Martha said it was a very nice website. Thank you. It's straight to the point. Goes ahead and gets you the information that we need to get out there for you. Hello, Nat. Nice to have you in the chat room there with us in the waiting area there. So that's why you'll hear, like I said, you'll hear me talking about diet and nutrition and exercise. It makes a difference in your life. You're fighting an illness. You have a cold, you have a flu, you have diabetes, you have cancer. There's so many natural ways for you to go ahead and take care of things. I was diagnosed with cancer right before our first trip here. And, they're like, nope, you're not going anywhere. I said, yes, I am. I'm going to Costa Rica. We're moving there. And they're like, no, you're not. I said, yeah. And I did my research and realized, with changing my diet, and even they agreed, they said, you change your diet, and it's going to help prevent you from getting cancer. But of course, the chemo and the radiation could run the risk of getting a secondary type cancer. So I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing these traditional treatments and run the risk of getting a cancer again. So I've been, trying to watch my what I eat. Yes, just click on the camera. She's getting ready to join us. She's trying to go ahead and get in. And, it's a little bit of a challenge here. You have to go ahead and connect. So she's trying to go ahead and connect on here. So hopefully I'll be able to see her. We have a little lobby section to go ahead and so we're getting her into the queue. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Yeah, I'm still learning about BeLive.tv to go ahead and connect for broadcasting, so you can go ahead and bring other people on there with you, into the lobby. So I just have to go ahead and figure out how to go ahead and do that. Okay, let me see. Let me do that. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, I didn't realize until I scrolled down further that it gives you a link for the guest to go ahead and click on, and then she can go ahead and join me on here. So, I'm still learning things. And so hopefully within a second or two she'll be coming on here. Yes, Denise, when I started changing my diet and exercising more, I lost about 30 pounds in a couple of months and started feeling amazing about myself. More energy, more stamina, just felt so much better. When I look back at pictures of me of when Ed and I first met, it's like, he fell in love with me looking like that. It's like, he loved what was on the inside. Okay, here we go. She should be here. Well, hello, beautiful.
I see you.
Hello. I'm getting you feeding back for some reason.
Okay. Can I hear you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm getting your. Oh, you're watching the broadcast. You're watching the broadcast too?
I don't. I'm trying not to, but I don't. I guess it's up. Let me see if I can get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hey, now I got you.
Okay.
Let me see what's going on. Me trying to not listen. There's one. Let me see if I can get that off.
Okay.
Okay, now I see you.
Okay.
You
Good.
see me?
Yes, I see you loud and clear.
But I'm glad I'm kind of blurry because I didn't get a chance for makeup or anything else. So
It's fine. So, how are you doing?
Well, I'm okay, other than a little warm because I've been running around today and just kind of got in, as you know, a little bit late. Subways and trains. Well, subways and buses, really. And the subway is the form of train. So I hear you talking a little bit about what you were talking about, the getting in shape and stuff like that. That was important that I hear that. That's not my strong point right now, but I was thinking about that.
I have my moments.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can get you louder. Let me see. Go ahead. Now I think you're better.
Okay.
Can you hear? Is my microphone working?
Yep. Yeah, I can hear you pretty well.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah.
So, and if anybody's not able to hear you, they'll let me know, so.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be able to hear the calls that come in, right?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. Now, are we doing topics first, and who? I think you told them a little bit.
Yeah, just go ahead and tell everybody a little bit more about yourself, and we can start taking some calls whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm kind of a Renaissance woman. I do a little of everything, but since I was a kid, a very young kid, I'm Angela Teresa Ejic. I'm also an actress and a singer, but that's under a different name, just a different last name. But I call myself a spiritual counselor now because I've been studying for years and was doing readings, but I talk to dead people, like in the movie Sixth Sense, which was probably my life. The only thing different from Sixth Sense, so people know that when you are a medium and you see dead people, you don't see them with all those wounds on them. They might show you how it happened, but you don't see all the bloody stuff they showed in the movie. You don't see somebody throw up in front of you unless they're showing you how they died. And even then, you see them, but sometimes you kind of sense them. I guess, you don't always see them like clearly, depending on the situation. And I like to tell people, when I teach classes on building your psychic development, which includes things like knowing how to look at auras, which we can all see our aura if we want to, and also how to tell the difference between a ghost and a spirit. There is a difference, for those who don't know. And then the spiritual counseling is that I also do stuff from law of attraction to all the different things I study, including angel work. I worked with Doreen Virtue. I won a free weekend in Tempe, Arizona, which is where I'm from originally, Phoenix actually. And I won that in 2011. And I've had some training throughout the years, stuff I've studied on my own. I've worked with flow dreaming, Summer McStravick. So I've gotten a good realm of different things. I was raised Christian, and my mother is a natural psychic. Even though she tells me, I go, Mom, I'm a psychic. And she goes, yes, spelled with an O. So that's very funny. I thought that should be my autobiography, psychic spelled with an O. But I'm going to do my first book I'm working on now called Tales of a Psychic Child, which I tell some of the stories that happened to me as a kid, which I can share here if they're interested. And I also work with past lives. I studied with the ARE, which is Edgar Cayce's society. I went and did a whole weekend on past lives a few years ago and actually met his grandson, Joseph. I don't know if he's still around, but Joseph Cayce. So it was kind of interesting. Well, there's just me. I don't see Michael anymore.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Nope.
Yep.
I lost you?
No.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Now I see you. I
Yep.
lost you for a second. Okay.
Yeah, I hit the wrong
I
button.
see you. Okay. And so in my book, I'm going to talk about, in the book, I'm doing it kind of a different kind of way. Tales of a Psychic Child is I'm going to explain some of the things that happened to me as a kid, because it's mostly about my childhood, and then how, as an adult, I learned how to work with that. That's, knowing what it was, because it scared me when I was a kid sometimes. A lot of things scared me, because I didn't know how to understand it. And since I was raised in a Christian background, at one point, I think my mother was even scared that I was talking to something, the devil or something. I have a lot of different opinions about that now, but I've studied a lot of different religions, and it's very interesting to me. But again, I was raised mostly in the Roman Catholic first. Then my mother got tired of being on her knees and became a Protestant, so that was an answer to that. And my dad was Greek Orthodox, which I just call double Catholic. Twice as much sin, twice as much food. And twice as much standing. I used to hate that when I was a kid. So, standing at church, blowing smoke in your face, so to speak.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's kind of a quick of my background. And in the meantime, I pursued my acting, went to acting school, but I also did readings for people throughout the times. And then at one point in my 20s, people knew I had this gift. Somebody said, you should take money for it. And I go, oh, that would be great. And so, because she gave me $10 for reading for her, and I just kind of was doing something for her. And then from then on, she said, you really should. And I did, and made it into a business. And now have taught classes a couple times. I want to do it again. I'm starting up a new one if you're interested. There's contact information for me, or I'll make sure it gets on here.
Yes. Yeah, let everyone know about your website.
Yeah, my website right now is just on Facebook for the moment, and it's, of course, Facebook, and then if you do the backslash after you put, www.facebook.com/Psychic Angela, it's just Psychic Angela, yeah. And I put this, I don't know if they're case sensitive, but I do it with a capital P, then Psychic with the lower letters, and then Angela is completely in capitals. I don't know if it matters on Facebook, as long as you have the words in there. There it is, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'll put that up there for you.
Get you there. And you can contact me there. And I also have just my email, which is angelaura28@yahoo.com, and that's ANGEL, and then AURA28@yahoo.com. And that you can send, in the subject, you can put whatever it is, like if you want a private reading with me. And if you say that you saw me on the show, if you don't get in, or you want a longer one, or whatever we do today, you can just put that in there, and I'll give you, obviously, a big discount, just because you found me here. And if you send somebody to me, I'll help do it. And if you're interested in my classes, just put that in there, put a note in, and say, I want to know more about the classes. I will do them online. If you are in the New York area, I want to start one in person, too. I'm going to limit the size of the class. It's 12 weeks, and trust me, when I've done it before, if you have psychic gifts or you're curious about it, I have seen people really pick up along the way. They've learned how to see things. People who told me they can't see anything, suddenly are saying, oh my God, I saw my cat in the room, the one who passed on. And I make it not scary. I help you deal with that part that you might think is scary, but keep in mind, ghosts or spirits, well, spirits won't hurt you anyways, but if you see a ghost, they're usually tied to one place. And that's probably their home, or wherever their home was. Could be the land where their house was. And they cannot, like you see in the movies, they really can't do much to you. The people you have to worry about are the live ones. Because they're the ones who can carry knives and stuff like that, and guns. Them you want to watch for. But the ones that are dead, they don't have a lot of strength there. They might knock something off the shelf, so don't stand under it, but they don't have a lot of strength. I haven't seen anything like a 2x4 fly across the room and bash somebody's head in, unless it was a real person, a live person holding it. That's the only way I've seen that. And all those stories you hear usually are exaggerated anyways, some of them. The movies, for the benefit of movies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I even know The Exorcist, what it was based on. It was based on a boy here in New York, where I live, and it wasn't like he twisted around the room or anything. He had wounds on his body, but it wasn't from somebody throwing a cross and holy water on him. It was just, he had some kind of disorder that caused his skin to break out. So, and he was sick, and he got well. He got better, so, and it was over. But the movie would have been boring if it was just that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have to sensationalize a lot of things, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I have seen, doors open and close and slam shut and, sliding deadbolts, slide and lock, but yeah, as far as throwing anything across the room, I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, because they usually shake you up when they open doors, but they do. Yeah, you're right. I had a closet door like that in a place I lived, and it opened every night at 3 a.m., even though it was latched.
Yeah.
They would open the door, closet would open, and I found out that the guy who lived there before me, again, this is how they can't hurt you, he hung himself. He was a drug addict, and he hung himself in the closet. And so I guess at 3 a.m., every time that time came, he opened the door, apparently, and I just told him to go into the light, because that's where you say a ghost will happen. See, now that's a ghost, because ghosts, what the real idea is that they don't know they're dead. They're unaware, because he was committing suicide, but sometimes the soul is a little shocked because it worked, and I don't think he didn't know. He's like, oh, because of the drugs or whatever it was. He didn't know he had died. So sometimes the psychic can go in, a medium, and talk to them and talk about going into the light, because they're actually usually looking for somebody, like their mother commonly, because, where's my mom, and, or where's my roommate, or whoever they're looking for, my lover. And if you tell them that, you've passed on, you could sometimes they stay a lot of years, but ghosts don't last forever, because it is a spirit, we hope, because we talked about the ancient ghosts in England and places like that. But that's actually a terrible place for a soul to be, is in ghosts, because you're really not alive and you're really not in the light. You want to really go into the light. You want to be a spirit. Mm-hmm. That's important, because you want to cross over so you can do whatever you want to do, depending on what that is. Whether you want to come back here and be the brave soul. I also like to tell people that you are very brave souls to be here in the human condition, because we are the souls, kind of like the astronauts from the other side. We're the ones that said, yeah, I'm going to try this thing and get in. As one of the people I know says, meat suit. I'm going to jump into this meat suit and see what happens, and feel pain and emotions. But call yourself, you're a brave soul. You're not some of the people who life is terrible, but you chose to come here, and the good part is you are very brave. So look at yourself as an astronaut. You're experiencing for the condition to take to the other side. Say, yeah, living on Earth is really interesting and rough. And then there's ones who don't choose to come here. Sometimes they act as spirit guides.
Yes.
They never come here, but you're taking it back to them. And they're like, wow. And they actually are in awe of you for being brave enough to do this. We're very brave.
Oh, yeah. Ed and I are actually twin flames. So,
I'm losing some of your voice.
You losing me?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting every other word.
Oh, okay.
When you look, let me see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, because I've got a little bit of feedback, but that's fine.
There you go.
Okay.
I heard every word that time.
Okay. Ed and I are twin flames, and we decided, at least when we had met in a previous life, God, source, creator, however you want to do. They're like, well, it's up to you now. You've managed to deal with all the challenges that twin flames go through. What do you want to do now? And we looked at each other. It's like, let's try one more time. So we managed to get back together in this lifetime, and we decided it's like, no, we're not doing this again. When we're both done here, that's it. We said to our higher selves, we're going somewhere else after this. We're not coming back here to this realm and this earth.
No, a lot of us are on our last lifetime here because, wow, it's rough.
Yeah.
A lot of us have been here, as you know, many times. You're a twin flame, obviously. Yeah, my twin flame, I also know it is a rough relationship. He's, tells you about that. You can come together. Sometimes they don't meet up. Sometimes they're born in different times. But if you are here on the earth together, your relationship can be very up and down, but it's like intense. It's never going to be dull. It's going to be intense. And you certainly have good times because you are tied to each other so strongly. Then people mistake sometimes what I call their soulmates. You have a lot of soulmates. That could be a sister, it could be a mother. It's a lot of people you meet up that you really like to hang out with. And your twin flame is basically you, just a combination of you two together so strong. And then there's the lover that people look like. I met my twin flame, but it's really not. That would be like a sacred soulmate. Sacred soulmate is somebody who's more your lover that you get together with in that way. And you can have more than one of those too, but your sacred soulmate is so close to being the twin flame that it feels like that, but mostly with the good stuff. And you may have some stuff to get through, but challenges would vary. I've had a lot of clients or people that I've talked to on shows like this who say, I've met my twin flame, and then they tell me how rough it is, but stuff like there's violence, like, you know, he's beating her, or, you know, he's being abused emotionally. That's not your twin flame, and you don't have to stay there just because you think you're twin flames. It might be you know, it might be something, a soulmate, but it doesn't. Once you've learned the lesson, the good part is, once you've learned the lesson of karma, you don't have to do it anymore. They may still have it if they haven't caught on, but if it's a karmic thing, let them do what they need to do. You understand the lesson that, like, you know, you date somebody who's violent to you. Maybe in past life you were a mother to them and you maybe hurt them or emotionally. But once you understand that, say, forgive yourself in the past life because you did what you knew at the time, and forgive yourself now, and you can move on and let them go their own way. You don't need to be part of that.
No.
That's the deal. You don't have to deal with that. None of us have to remain somewhere we don't want to be. We do create our own reality. There you go.
Yes. Well, do you want to go ahead and see if we can take a few calls?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I hope I can hear. I saw some things coming up. I do see the people coming up with their comments. So.
Yes. Yeah, you'll be able to see that. I see that on this end, and I can actually go ahead and display some of these, which is what I really like about it. You know, about the Be Live.
Aisha? I think that's Aisha. I think that's
Ashia.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. That's why when I teach the classes, there are things that people think they know, and that's also because they learn it from other people who are going online. Like, you know, Teresa Caputo, and you can take a call whenever I'm ready. I'll do it the minute they come on. And Teresa Caputo is a medium. She will tell you that. She only talks to dead people. She is not a psychic. She doesn't know the future. And also another thing to remember if we're doing this medium work, I'm a psychic, so I can tell you some things that I pick up as it happens, and I can usually see. I'm kind of a remote viewer of what you're talking about, and I see things as they happen, or as they're going to happen. What happens with people, they'll ask, like me, they'll ask their dead relative, is there money hidden? And if they didn't hide any money, then they don't know. They don't know where there's other money hidden. They see what you do, though. They can see you in the bathroom, but they don't generally follow you there. I mean, unless you're talking to them there. But their concern is not of the earthly things anymore. You might tell them to look the other way if you're getting dressed. But spirit certainly has some control of that. They're usually coming to tell you that they're safe and they're okay. The other side is good. So unless they had a real tragic death, they may be what we call cocooning. And I'll tell you about cocooning if it comes up or as we go along. Okay. I mean, those people are talking.
Okay, we'll go ahead and take a call in a second. But yeah, I actually had a spirit walk into a bedroom once, and I said, oh, no. No peeking, no looking, go away. And they, okay.
That's right.
Yep, they just left.
They do. You have a right to tell them to leave, too. If you're not ready to handle it, just say, look, you got to go. If you have a message for me, show me in my dreams. I can't deal with this right now.
Yes.
That's. I had a bunch of prostitutes wake me up one night. The Gilgo Beach prostitutes, and this is before they found the bodies. I was living in New Jersey, and in the middle of the night, I was woken out of a dead sleep by these two girls that were obviously young prostitutes. And they wanted to tell me that they had been murdered by the same person, and they said, there's a lot of us. And they started telling me, I think their name, like first names, last names, but I couldn't keep that in my head. And I go, well, first of all, why are you telling me? Because I can't do anything about it. I'm not a police officer. I can't go searching for bodies in the middle of the beach I don't even go to, And so sometimes that's what I'm saying. If you are medium like that, or they come to you to say, I want to tell you something, say, could you go to somebody who can help you? Because it's not me. I can't, I'm not a police officer. If you want to tell a police officer, that's great. Unless you can do something about it. Or say, don't bother me unless I can help you with something for sure.
Yep. Well, let me go ahead and we'll see if we can grab a call here.
Yeah. Somebody's mentioning the orbs in their kitchen. Orbs are usually, they say, high spiritual levels like angels, depending on if you were in the angel realm, but they're usually higher levels if they're white orbs. Yeah, usually. Go ahead.
Okay, let me go ahead and we'll bring on area code 916. You're on the air.
Hi, very nice
Hello.
to both of you. My name is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Can you hear Angela?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
And I start my brand new job with Centene in a call center for a medical insurance company on July the 5th. And the next day is my 66th birthday. And I'm hoping that I'm treated well, and I hope that they keep me at least 4 years. Hopefully I'll continue to work another 11 years. I'm wondering if you see longevity with this company in my new employment?
Yeah, it's 5 to 6 years for sure. 5 to 6 years depends on you. Depends on what you want to do. You have the choice. You're saying 11 years, but I think in 5 to 6 years you are going to do something like telecommute. It might be the same job, but you might be able to do it from home. That's what I'm feeling like. It is a very good situation for you. You really like it there. Is your boss a woman? Is it a woman I'm picking up? 50. Because I feel like there's a woman involved. Oh, okay. Sound went out? Did you hear me? But Wendy, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here, Teresa.
Yeah, it's Angela, but I say Angela Teresa, but it's okay. I answered to either one. But I'm getting that you're there for 5 to 6 years, and then you're kind of doing your own thing after that. I'm also getting a tie with you to. I understand. So somebody said they don't hear the caller. So she's asking about a job. She's starting on July 5th. So you understand, and she wants to know the longevity because she's coming up on her birthday, and she wants to work another probably 11 years. I'm just helping them with the call. And so I'm feeling that she'll be there about, she said at least 4 years, right? You said you want at least 4 years. I'm getting more like 5 or 6. And that's because of you. And then you decide after about that point, you get the decision if you want to go do it from home or do something else. Because I'm getting something that you do, I don't know if you're a gardener or something to do with, it feels like natural things. It does feel like gardening, or maybe it's cooking, maybe it's vegetarian cooking. But I'm getting you to do something with something natural. There's also a feeling of an animal, like a dog. Do you have that around you? I hear,
No,
I hear her sometimes. No?
But I enjoy art. I haven't done that in a long time. I used to draw portraits and paint. That would be nice to do again. And I'm hoping that my sister Leslie and I are sharing an apartment right now, and our lease expires in 1 year. I'm hoping that Leslie and I move to a new place together and share a new lease about 1 year from now. Will she agree to do that?
Is this you said your sister? This is your sister you're talking about? Or just a roommate? Because I see somebody getting involved with a marriage. No, I see a marriage in about a year and a half. But I see 2 years. It doesn't. You get another year together, and maybe.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
To start your show now, press.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I ended up, I got disconnected from Skype there for a second, so I ended up losing her through Blog Talk Radio. So I'm not sure if she's still here with us or not.
Well, I think she's wonderful, and I appreciate Angela, and I love your show. I think it's wonderful.
Well, thank you so much. We seem to have lost her as well, too, so I'll see what we can do. But thank you for giving us a call.
All right. Well, tell her that Wendy appreciates her, and God bless all of you.
God bless you, too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Add me to the broadcast. There we go. I'm not sure where she went to. Let me try to bring up... okay. Go ahead and see what happened here. So I'm not sure why we ended up losing her, but... there we go. And for some reason we lost me too, so I don't know what happened. Okay, let me put up Facebook here. You know, I've had this before where we've done shows, and you know, the energy is just enough to overload for the spirits. So let me see if I can go ahead and bring her back on. Copy the clipboard. Okay. Yeah, I've got to reconnect you here. For some reason we lost the feed. And she said she was having a little bit of issues there, so we'll see what we can do bringing her back on. Technology is wonderful. I'm not sure what happened there. All of a sudden, I lost me on Blog Talk Radio and lost her on the video there. Okay, yep. I'm back here, so I'm not sure what happened with Angela. So we lost her. There we go. We got her back.
Yeah, because I could see you and hear you, and you got me back, and I just, by the way, I fixed it. I talked to the spirits. Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael fixed things.
Okay.
And so did I. Because you are the god of yourself, so why not? But like you said, there's a lot of spirits around. I heard you say that.
Yep.
The energy can overwhelm the system. Yeah.
Technology is yeah.
Yeah, technology overwhelms it. Yeah, pretty soon we won't need computers to communicate anyways. Most of us don't. I was talking to Wendy.
Yes.
And I guess Wendy might be off.
Yep, she's off. She said, God bless and thank you for the information.
Yes. Yeah. And Wendy, like I said, another year on the lease, and then somebody's getting married. So happiness for you. It feels like a good marriage and happiness. So there you go. If we have any more callers, that's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and grab another caller here. Let's see. Area code 480. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
How can we help you?
Hello, quick question. Yeah, question. I'm looking at making a job change, and
Awesome.
it's just a restaurant job, and I was just curious if you saw the one that I interviewed for today, and then should get an offer in the next day or two, better than where I'm at currently.
Okay, I heard something about you're working on something, but making an offer on a restaurant. Is that for you or for somebody else? I didn't hear.
Can you repeat the question?
So I wait tables, and I interviewed for a new restaurant position, and I want to know if, and it went really well, and it should be an offer today or tomorrow or the following day, and I'm just following to see if there's if money-wise it'll be a better situation than where I'm currently at.
Absolutely. Are you a maitre d', or did you apply for that? I got maitre d'.
Just a server.
I got a new rate level. It could be just what's coming in the new job, if you applied for what you're doing now, but it looks like it moves up to maitre d'. I'm getting definitely a big raise, it's a better, let's say a better place, like quality-wise. Yes, yes, and you're getting, now I don't know if you're aiming that way, but that's the possibility you have, is to raise up to maitre d', but I also saw something about, I know somebody who does this, like a wine person. They choose the wines, or they work in a restaurant where they choose the wines for people. Wine steward, is that the word? Wine steward? And I see you doing something of that nature. I want to say maitre d' because that's just the way I see it, but it's a higher level. I see the, like almost a tuxedo. I see higher clientele, much better tips, but I'm getting a very wealthy place. If that's the new job is there, then that's yours. But there might be one after that, another offer. But if that's the one, then you move up from there or within their thing. If they're the higher area of restaurants, because I feel like it's just a richer, like more exclusive. Like you won't find the people, middle class going there except on a very special occasion. But the people who go there regularly are more like the, higher echelon and have more money to spend, because like you don't go in there without spending $100, and where you have other restaurants where you spend $20. So this is one where people spend a lot more money. At least you're going to end up there. Are you there yet, or is that what the job was? Is it at a place like that?
No,
I don't know if you can.
No,
Yes?
the area that I'll be working in is very affluent. This place is very casual, and I kind of like that. I mean, there possibly could be, I mean, there's definitely some talk of moving up into some sort of management, but I'm also working on some entrepreneurial stuff, so I just, my main concern now is just waiting tables, making the money, and working on the other stuff.
Is your entrepreneurial stuff tied to the food industry in some way, like a chef or something like that, or wine?
No, there's an opportunity with one of my business ventures that my partner is very well connected in with a lot of wealth, and so there'd be an opportunity to possibly pitch a chef that I know once he ever gets a business plan together to kind of go after investors to open our own restaurant.
Yes,
so
that's what it is. You're going to do
that.
that. It's not that far away. You're going to do very well with that. It looks like that could happen within the next 2 years at the smallest amount. It could happen a little sooner, at least it's starting. But you're going to, at one point, that is like an owner. Maybe when I saw maitre d', that is like being major business to it. Like you're in a nice suit. You don't have to be there all the time, but you like it there. And it looks like you are going to own that. It's very affluent, the place you start. Because I want to say that I feel like, I don't know where you're located, but I feel like there's affluent people there. A lot. Like, I don't know if you're in Los Angeles or San Francisco or something like that, because I don't recognize your area code, but it's like, unless it's Arizona, because I know they have two now, but it's like where there's affluent people. It doesn't mean there's not affluent people in other cities, but that's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting a bigger city and more affluent when it does start, when it really starts. In your own business. That's what I'm picking up within the next couple of years. That's most. Yeah. Because I can see you making a lot of money. How old are you now? And I hate to ask age, but this is how I know where you are on the timeline that I'm looking at. Mike, can you tell me your age?
So say again?
Can you tell me your age currently?
Hello?
How old are you? Can you hear me?
I hear you. 47?
Yeah. How old are you right now?
He's 47.
47?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I sometimes get age. 48. I got something with the number 8 at the end, because I didn't know if I was getting 28 or 48. So you're going to have this business pretty soon by the next part of your birthday. It might be near the end of 48, but it's coming up. So keep working on that entrepreneurial, because you won't have to be too long working for other people. Not too long at all. Because I see that by the time you're almost, 49, 50, you could be looking at some pretty good bank, let's say. You could be in the millionaire status.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be in the billionaire status, but I'm getting something, there could be $1 million or more kind of hanging around, which would be nice.
The venture that we're working on has very high-end potential, and we have a good team. And I'll be the sales element to that.
Yeah, you're going to be really big in that, because I see you all doing well. So it might be the company itself that's in the $1 million businesses. It has to be at least $2 million, because if you spend $1, then you're not a millionaire anymore. If you only have $1 million, but I do feel like you're in that part of it where you are dealing with a couple $1 million and maybe more eventually. But within the next 2 years, you could be at that high of a level with that one, and it could build from there. I'm not saying there's no doubt you could be a billionaire if you really try, and you might in 10 years. But yeah, focus there while you're doing, and it's great that you're doing this job. I feel like you'll do very well with the new job. I feel like you'll get it, because it does feel better for you. And the people there are very good. So I feel very open, like it feels like the freedom you were looking for. Whatever that means, it's the freedom you were looking for.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing me.
Exactly.
Well, let us know how everything goes for you, okay?
Yeah.
I certainly will.
Definitely let us know.
Okay, have a good night.
All right.
You both as well, thank you.
And great name. Thank you. Great name, Michael. Archangel Michael. See?
Yes.
That happens a lot. When you work with angels, you do pick up names. Well, you're Michael also, so, you were there when you answered me. Archangel Michael, who I like to talk to.
Yep. Oh, yeah, the angels work some wonders. You know, a lot of times,
They really do, yeah.
you know, so many people when they're wondering about jobs, for me, I tell them it's like, you know, take the risk, you know, take the chance, especially if you feel good about it. You know, take the chance, because a lot of times when we get nervous about something, it's our challenge from spirit to see whether we're worthy to go forward. So if we go ahead and stop, then that keeps us from going forward. And we're like, why am I stuck? It's like you're not willing to take the chance. You're not having that faith.
Yeah, it's like the angels in the universe are saying, do you believe in yourself enough to go forward? Because I'm giving you the opportunity, so can you do it? And some of the new stuff I'm learning about that is like, you could create your reality and kind of be there. This is a new thing that I'm working with some other things, but it's great. It's like a law of attraction version. And they tell you this a lot of the law of attraction, but already be there. If, you know, right now, like, we do this in acting. It's a great acting class, but you can do it for yourself. Let's say, if I were a millionaire, I'm playing a millionaire on stage, let's say. So how do I hold myself as a millionaire? Since I'm not one right now, how would I act and walk if I were a millionaire? So do that in your own life, because you're creating your own reality. I do believe that. So I'm a millionaire. How do I go outside? Do I always put on nice clothes? Maybe I would dress a little better if I were a millionaire. And so do that for yourself. Like when you say, yeah, I'm going to go to a Broadway show tonight. I won't wear my jeans. I'm going to put on a nice outfit because I'm a millionaire. And act like a millionaire. We used to do that as kids, too, just play games, you know, like we pretend we're from somewhere else, and we'd say, yeah, I'm from the South, so I talk like this, and people think I'm from the South because I'm from Arizona, but my mother's from Kentucky. But I used to pretend I lived on a farm, and I talk like this just for fun. If you continue that and you want to live on a farm, think about that. See yourself living on a farm, and how would you live? How would you live your life, you know? And eventually you could create that. And opportunity falls in your place. So they say the angels will put opportunity in your place, or the universe, God, whatever you want to call the energy that's there, and the energy of yourself, because you want it so bad, you're there. Just like being in show business. You know, I've sometimes also be careful the other person gets it. I have a good friend. Broadway is my dream. You know, and I've been on Broadway. I did make it as an usher. I had to be more specific. I actually want to act and sing on the stage, not be an usher. And so I did become an usher for a while. But my friend recently, I read for him a lot. He is an actor. He does a lot of film and TV. And I'll tell you, Anthony Azizi, and the play he's in on Broadway, which I predicted would happen long before it happened. He never thought he'd be on Broadway. He's like, I do film and TV. I said, no, you're going to be on Broadway, and it's going to be a hit. And they just got the Tony Award for the best play on Broadway.
Cool.
And so there you go. Closing in a couple weeks. But he made it to Broadway before me, and that's the thing. I think my dream went on him because I forgot to put myself in the picture.
Yeah.
So put yourself in the picture is really a good idea.
Yep. And, you know, I've told some people you have to be specific.
Yes.
So, you know, for many, many years, I always said, I would love to live in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And, you know, I am living in San Francisco. But it's San Francisco in Costa Rica. So I wasn't specific enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I always said for years, I want to go ahead and visit Paris. So I ended up in Paris, Texas. I'm like, damn it, I wasn't specific enough. So you have to be specific.
In Europe.
Yes.
I agree. Be very specific because, yes, you end up as a Broadway usher, or you end up in Paris, Texas. You know, there's also Hollywood, Florida. You want to be in Hollywood, you end up in Hollywood, Florida.
Yep.
Although I'll warn you haven't been to California. Hollywood, California is pretty much a slum. But if you think it's all movie stars, that's not the reality. So, I lived in Hollywood, literally. But I always come back to New York because I love it. Again, I'm from Arizona, didn't love it there. I love Sedona, but I love it in New York because it's just so much to do. And I love the stage, so there you go.
Well, good.
And that's how it works. Be specific. Like I said, I want to act and sing on the Broadway stage, not just usher people to their seats. Somebody says they live in Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, I've not been there. I don't know.
Hollywood, Florida is kind of nice because one of my first areas that I went to in Florida was in Hollywood. So I called my mom who lived near Tampa, and I said, guess where I'm at? She goes, where? I said, I'm in Hollywood. She goes, I thought you were staying in Florida. I said, well, I am. I said, there's a Hollywood, Florida, too. So it's a really nice area.
A lot of moms in Hollywood, or not in Hollywood, but a lot of moms in Florida. My mother was in Florida. Up until recently, she was in Florida for many years, and they just moved to Alabama. But I guess it's just a short drive to Florida from this part of Alabama. I don't know.
Yeah, Hollywood is down by Fort Lauderdale, Miami area.
Okay. Boca, but I live in Hollywood. I'm from Boca, but I live in Hollywood. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Boca, yeah. Yeah, my mother lived in Davenport, which is about 37 miles out of Orlando, and I lived there for a short while. Davenport is about this big, maybe this big. It's not much else. I gotta be careful what I'm doing. I'm fluent in American Sign Language, and the sign I just did is actually not a good word. It's a dirty word. Well, not dirty, just a body part. And I'll do that again. Because deaf people might go, what did you just say?
Yeah, so it's just someone sees the video like, yeah.
Yeah, they will. They stop and go, oh, why is she talking about body parts? It's a body part, by the way, for those who are interested. So it's not dirty, it's just a body part that we don't usually show. Except in a different kind of movie. Now, do we have other callers?
Oh, yes, we have plenty of callers in the queue.
It's always fun to read. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and we'll take area code 856. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi, Laura. How can we help you?
I was wondering if I could have a general reading, if there's any messages that I'm supposed to get, or do you want a specific question?
Well, Laura, just tell me, give me an area. Do you want career or love life? It's usually the two basic. Or career or money is, same. Yeah.
Yeah, career
Because it's
is
easy
good.
for me to lean in on something.
Money. Yeah, money,
Money's
career.
Okay, how old are you right now? And I hate to ask women their age, but this is just because it helps me know where I am, past, current.
53.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm 53 also. So welcome. It's a great club to be in. I like 53. It's a good age. So we're good. It's the best age, by the way. We're doing really good coming into 54. Yeah, you're definitely doing, yes. Now, are you also looking at an entrepreneurial something? I'm getting, again, now see, I'm picking up a lot of people with this art and plants. I don't know what it is. Flowers? I see flowers around. I don't know if it's just symbolic of something. But I'm getting you, with, there's a lot of flowers around you. Do you just plant a lot of flowers, or is it just you want your business to flower? I'm getting something like that. It might be even symbolic.
No.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm getting a lot of flowers around you, so I would say that where you see the flowers, maybe that's a symbol for you. But wherever you see all the flowers, go there. To tell you that, I was thinking of another reading I did years ago, and there's a reason I'm thinking of it, because this might have something to do with what's happening money-wise for you. I was reading for somebody, and I kept saying, are you into oceanography or something like that? And the person said, no, you're way off base. And I said, well, I keep seeing blue dolphins. And I found out the person worked at a company called the Blue Dolphin. Had nothing to do, it was a clothing store, but I kept seeing blue dolphins. And so I went with it. So I'm seeing flowers for you. So it may or may not mean, flowers itself. It might be that there's a symbol for the place you're going to work or do that has something to do with flowers. And I'm seeing, I am seeing a lot of red roses and yellow. So red and yellow, which we know red is pretty much passion. And yellow is like friendship and so good people. It could be that you need to follow your passion. More so. Am I feeling that right now, are you like working a job you've had a long time that you just don't like anymore? Is that what I'm getting? I'm getting something with either boredom or just wanting to change. I can't, it might be both. I don't know if you can hear me.
I did a lot of contract work, and I'm actually looking for work right now. I just had an interview for a short-term contract. And
Gotcha.
I'll be going on to, if I get that one, it would be a 1099. But
Yeah.
I would like some kind of stability because I want to be able to purchase a house.
I've lost the feed. Let me see. At least I've lost Michael in the picture.
Yeah.
If you hear me, send me a note because I can still see notes.
Okay, I'm still here, so I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. Let me connect
I'm still
her.
here.
Okay, yeah, I'm having a little technical issue here, but yeah, I've got,
people. So
yeah, that's
might
fine.
Be something. Let's see if I lost it again. Okay, you need to fix this. I'm
Yep.
talking to the angels, by the way. If you're hearing me. Oh,
Yep.
there you are.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what happened.
Okay, because I lost it. Now, tell the spirits to quit messing around. Yes, Judy, you're right, and they need to stop. Stop messing around. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, hold it steady, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
So hold it steady. But I was saying that I kind of got the idea you weren't like working, you were looking right now. So you're a contractor, if you're still hearing me, or you're still there. And I'm getting, thank you, yeah, I am back. I'm getting that was it, that I felt like there was a lull. I'll call it a lull, like you're in between something. The interview you got is the one you get, you may get that. But I'm getting more work, or something's going to happen. It's going to be another week to 2 weeks before that really picks up, to give you a little play money there. And I want to say play money because we were talking about money. But I also get some travel for you. So I don't know if the job is going to let you travel, or it's part of the job to travel as a contractor. But I do get some travel for you. Short term, maybe 3 or 4 days somewhere. Be it a training or you're training somebody, but I want to say it's in that area. That's what I'm getting. And since we were talking so much about, I don't know if you're in Florida or going to go to Florida or a different part of Florida, but it feels to me like there's some travel involved with this next thing you're doing. But the money goes up from there. I do want to say that there's a lot of travel around you in the future, so I don't know if you do travel agent type work or could, because that might be something to look into. I don't know if it's that or just doing travel for like an administrative assistant where you plan travel for somebody. But I'm not clear on what that is for you right now.
Yeah, I was just wondering, with the travel, do you think that's leisure travel or work related?
I feel like it's both, but it feels like something you... Now, what do you do as a contractor? What kind of work is it?
Well, I develop training, and I can also train people in classroom settings. This particular contract, though, it doesn't... They didn't tell me that they would want me to travel anywhere to like Florida, but who knows? Maybe that will come up.
It might come up, and if it's not them, it could be somebody like right behind that calls you up with that out of the blue, or not out of the blue, something you've been looking for. Now, these people you're talking about, yeah, they might keep you here, but in about 2 weeks, it looks like you're going to do both, because I did see it something as training, so it looks like I guess you're the trainer, and you're training somebody, but it looks like there's some free time in there. So let's say you're training for 2 days, and then you get to stay another 3 or 4 days, and it's on the expense account for whoever you're working for. It looks like there's enough money to do that. It looks like you're gaining. I don't get you as having to spend all your own money. So if these are an expense account or just part of the deal that, spend a few days there and then go do the training and then, hang out a bit and then we'll send you back if you want to stay. That's what I'm kind of getting at, because it does look like there's some leisure involved with that and some fun. You enjoy, you're doing the teaching or the training, so that looks like it's also just fun sometimes. There's a new friend, like, just a friend to hang out with, that whoever's maybe the person hiring you, but I feel like you have a new friend coming up that really wants to work with you more and has something for you. That's maybe where this travel's coming from. Somebody is coming up that's really going to help you with the money thing. So keep in mind that it feels like a female, it's a friend, so don't be closed off if somebody's like saying, I want to tell you about this thing I'm doing. It might be from the new job, the contractor thing. But it looks like that's leading to something big if you want to take that step. And be in that.
Yeah, so there's
also
a company
that's
bringing me... There's a company that's bringing me... They connected with me first because they said that if I get this contract, and they're going to be negotiating on my behalf. They're kind of like a go-between. He said that there's a project that he has going on in Atlanta, Georgia right now, that he could see maybe I could be working on that somewhat too, in addition to this client contract.
That could be it. When I say Florida, that's south, everything's south. So, Georgia's south. It could be Georgia, but it does look like that they do, like you said, help you with other things, because they are kind of taking you on. That's why I saw that. They are taking you on to really push for you and to really help you grow even more. Yeah, you're doing it. It'll be very good for you. You're going to enjoy this, and it certainly brings you some, more money in, a lot more than you've had before. After a while, it starts out, but it does look like it's a bit more money than you've been getting before. And then I would say I can still see you doing this next couple of years, if not even longer. It may expand in a different way, but then in about 8 years, it looks like it's, I don't know if you're trying to retire at that time just because you want to, or if it's that, it would be you wanting to, actually, because you can work as long as you want, and it looks like you do have quite a bit of money to retire at that point. So between now and the next 8 years, you're building up a lot of money doing this kind of work. And it doesn't look like it's really a lot of work. It looks like it's fun for you. It gets more fun as you go on. Because I almost feel like you're able to call it. You're able to say, I want to do it this long, and you can do a certain amount of hours, but you still get more money for it because of your expertise. You've done it for years. At least now you will.
Yeah. So you see me being able to get my house within a year?
Yes. Year and a half. But yeah, you get it, yeah. It might be a year, but something's in a year and a half it feels even stronger, so I don't know if you just are able to pay it off or, something like that, because it looks like it's pretty good. I do see a house, yeah, it's very nice. I feel better about it in a year and a half. I don't know why I have to have the half year in there. It just feels like a year and a half. Maybe it's a stop there,
Well, let us know how everything goes for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
visualize it.
So much.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And be very specific.
Take care.
Yeah, it's amazing when, like you said, be very specific. And, things can change. I mean, when we went to move here, I was very specific. I said, I know this is going to be our place. And, just put out the positive vibes and do what you have to do. And, it's just, the minute we looked at it, and I said, this is going to be our new home. And they went ahead and took the offer, and, we got it. Yep.
Yeah. Just be there. And I heard somebody say this in the thing I'm studying with, because I don't want to, this person has their own thing that they're doing. So I will tell people about it as a recommendation when I'm doing my private readings. But he says, like sleep in the new place. Like put yourself sleeping from your point of view. Like look through your own eyes. Like he did. You were seeing yourself in this place. You saw your place. You saw yourselves walking through the rooms. Like I do that with my apartment on the Upper West Side of New York, 4 bedrooms, totally renovated, 2 bathrooms. Okay, and so this is what I do. And I see myself walking through it and looking how I'm decorating each room. And then he said to sleep in the room. So at night, I may be sleeping here in Queens Village where I live, but in my mind, like kind of when I'm half asleep, I feel myself, I'm in the middle of Manhattan in my Upper West Side with a view of Central Park. And I'm sleeping right there, and I look out the window and see Central Park, and then go back to sleep because I love it. And so that will create the situation. That's what they say. Because I'm walking like I'm the millionaire, right? You're feeling it in your body so much that you are already there. And it's kind of like, there's this country song like that. It says, I'm already there. This man is, I don't listen to country too much, but I like the song. He's talking to his kids on the phone because he's a musician, so he's traveling. Like I'm Forever Yours Faithfully by Journey, but this is I'm Already There is the title, and the kids are saying, Daddy, we miss you when we're going to see you, and he goes, I'm already there, because his heart and his focus is he's already with the kids, and he's going to be back because he's there, so be already there. That's the way to put it, just you're already there,
okay.
As much as you can.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You want to take another call? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, area code 336. You're on the air.
Hi. I'm enjoying your show so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the call. And my name is Dale.
Gail or Dale?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dale. D-E-L, Dale. Okay, Dale.
Okay, Dale.
My question.
Do you have a radio on with the focus? Because I'm hearing you at the time. I'm hearing like 2 sounds at the same time.
No, it's got to be the connection.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You have a question?
Okay. Yes, my question is about a spiritual love interest, soulmate. And I was
Yes.
just wondering, do you pick up anything about maybe meeting that spiritual soulmate in the near future?
Because it's not somebody you're seeing right now, or are you seeing somebody right now?
No, I'm not seeing nobody.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Because I do see somebody coming in, but I think you've met this person before. I don't know how long, it might have been a short crossing in front of it. Sacred soulmate, I think you've met this person before. Coming in right around, I think the person's around, but I'm getting that you really start seeing each other around November. So you got a little time. You're going to go through the summer, but it doesn't mean you don't run into each other, but I think it really takes a hold right around November. There is something about traveling. I don't know if you're traveling or this person is traveling. But yeah, this person looks to be the one who travels, either for work or whatever it is, and is not really in the same place you are until about November, like permanently all the time. I think you've crossed paths with this person. What kind of work do you do? Do you have people who travel to a different office in a different state or something like that?
I do a lot of traveling visiting my family, and
Yeah.
I meet people all over the place. I travel in cars and or by train,
Okay.
plane.
So it's kind of,
travel with
I think you keep passing this person, like it's like two ships that pass in the night, but you will finally kind of come into the same dock around November. I want to say that it does look like you meet because of travel, but this person is either moving back to an area you're in at the time, and you're going to be there for a little while, but it looks like you meet up that way. I do think this person is from a different country than you. You're American, right? You're American?
Oh. Yes, I am.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this person is from
I'm
America.
American.
Not originally. Yeah, I hear an accent. I also want to say it sounds a little bit...
They're from another country.
Yeah. The accent doesn't sound like... It might sound a little bit French to me. It sounds a little French sounding. I don't know if it's France, though. I'm getting that it may not be France. It's just a French-speaking country. I want to say I've known people from, like, the Ivory Coast and places like that speak French. And Belgium, there's parts of Belgium that speak French. So I want to say the person is not from France, but speaks French and has a French accent. That's the idea. If it's not French, I just don't know my accent. But it could be, but I do hear the foreign accent. That's a way to recognize the person, too. If there's the accent is going to be different. I hear nice voice, nice voice. You'll like it. It's very sexy. It's a really nice voice. I'm getting like it's a very sexy voice and very good looking. The person's hot. So tall, tall,
great.
nice. Yeah, nice figure, nice skin. He's really nice, and very just.
Wow.
The kind of person you will know. Yeah, it's very good person. You'll know. Also, recognize you immediately. I'm going to get that you don't have to. You can obviously do some work, but this person's going to come to you and say, I've been looking for you, in whatever way that's said. It could be that you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen.
Both in our spirit. We'll both feel it in our spirit. Just meant to be.
Yeah, it's a sacred soulmate.
Correct.
Definitely a sacred.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be. It's like you knew this person in about 3 or 4 different lives, and it was always good. This was never a karmic, painful situation. That's the good part. It was not really a painful situation, so you don't have any weird karma to make up. So it's all very lovely, in that sense. I mean, you have normal human things that happen, but your issue will not be not getting along. If you have whatever issues you have are going to be very kind of normal. I think the traveling would be the only thing in the way. You travel a lot. This person travels a lot. And it may be sometimes you don't want to go to the same place, but yet you want to be together. So that would be the issue. But I want to go to Florida, but no, I want to go to the Bahamas. Which one are you going to first? So not the only issues I see in the way of it at this point. There is how old are you right now? What's your age right now?
I'll be 53 in September.
You're 53 also?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in that same age group.
Everybody on here is my age. Isn't that funny? We're all like 53. This is the 53 club.
Yeah, I just turned 54 the other day.
But sometimes that happens.
Yep.
That everybody's the same age. Yeah, you should be, this person, you're going to definitely, I might be a little older than you, but not much. Like, 58.
Okay.
Give or take. Yeah, it's about 58.
Oh, that's great.
I was going to say, I think that there's a child, I think he has a son or something like that. There's a child involved. But older, an adult child. Like, teenage at the youngest,
Right.
maybe 21, 22. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know
Right.
you recognize him by the accent and the charm.
Let us
I'm
know.
going to be 54
Wow.
on September
Oh, yes,
28th.
I'll let you know.
Excuse me, I'm going to be
I'll
54 on
definitely
September
listen.
28th.
Cool. Well, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
And remember, if you guys want more in-depth, I do phone readings anywhere in the world, Costa Rica. And, but I do phone readings, and I usually do about, thank you. I'll do, that's great when you're an actor, by the way, if we look younger than our age. I'll tell you, I played teenagers till I was 33 years old. I could never play my own age, and then it happens, and I'm glad for it. I mean, thank God I'll look young forever, but maybe. But if you want an hour reading, and again, discount if you tell me you talked to me here or you heard the broadcast, and angelara28@yahoo.com. And if you're interested in classes, you can tell me that or anything you're interested in knowing. From there, what I do, stuff like that, even spiritual counseling, which is basically what I've been doing with the spiritual counseling. It's kind of like readings, but a lot of my readings end up being more like advice of, like we were talking today, me and Reverend Michael were talking about how you focus on what you want as if you're already there, you sleep in the area. So I do that with a lot of people about how to live a more spiritual life. There you go. I don't think they need the backslash at the end, but I don't.
Yeah, I copied and pasted, so.
Yeah, but I do that too if you want that kind of talk or if you need just some encouragement. I've also worked with people, I'll tell you, I've worked with people who have terminal illnesses because some people are afraid of the other side. I do talk about the other side a lot because I am a medium. I know I haven't done a lot of mediumship tonight. I did pick out on the second call, was it, what was her name? Not Denise. Denise I know was posting. Might have been Laura. Somebody was there, but I picked up like either it might have been a mom or grandmother, but she was kind of popping in, trying to get in. But so if you want to continue with that and to even talk to some people you didn't get to talk to today on the other side, or work with angels, I do that too. It's almost like training. Now, if you want to take the classes, I'll cover everything like that. But if you just want to read it, let me know. And let me know if you want to know about classes. I can send you all the information of everything I'm doing. I have a new thing coming up that I haven't done yet, but some of you might be interested in. I just think it's an idea. Throw it at you. See what people think. I have incredibly beautiful handwriting. Always had incredibly beautiful handwriting. If I can grab a journal, I'll show it to you. But I have this really great handwriting. And I thought what I would like to do, because you know how we send cards for birthdays and stuff like this. I don't want to overtax my hands, carpal tunnel, you know. But I've thought about going on Etsy or somewhere and doing readings for people, like short readings that I write the readings down in the handwriting on the card, and you can send it to somebody. Like if your friend wanted to buy you a card, Michael, there, that he would say, I want to do a reading and I want you to do one on like his career. And then I would do 2 paragraphs or something of a reading remotely. Like they'd send me your picture or whatever, and then I would write that out, and then the card would be sent to you. And then you would have a reading for your birthday instead of just, thank you. I like this idea, so it's kind of different. I don't see any psychics doing this or mediums. And I thought it would be really fun to do, and especially with my handwriting. I also write poetry. I can make it rhyming if you want. I've been in some poetry books. I'm actually published in a couple books, but mostly with poetry. And I did some articles for a website called At Work and Board. I think it's still up there. I did some metaphysical articles there. But that was a few years ago, but I did that, and I'm working on a book, like I said. And if you want to buy my book, there you go. I'll put it up on Amazon.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I published my own book as well, and I have to write down and get ready to publish another one. So.
Yeah, I have a poetry book that I did. I did a marathon last year. I'm going to do it again this year, but it's a 24-hour marathon where you write poems. They give you prompts for 24 hours. And once an hour, you have to write one poem an hour. I wrote 2 an hour because I'm pretty quick at that. And they're different kinds of poems. So I took all my poems, because they're still up there, and I put them in a book. I like to do photography, so I'm going to put photographs with it and find out how you publish on Amazon by yourself. I don't know how it costs or anything. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to do it. That'll just get me started to have a book out there. You know?
Yep. Yeah, I have to find out on Amazon how to do that, but I did mine on Lulu.com. It's a self-publishing company, so I've gone ahead and done that way. But now I have to go ahead and do my other one. No, it wasn't bad to go ahead and do it.
Yeah. I also have done work for the police, just so you know. If there's a missing child, I will do that. You know, I'll do that as much as I can. I've done it even online. I have a blog that I haven't worked on in a while, but I had a dream with John Bonet. She told me who killed her in the dream. I went through the whole thing. Talk about remote viewing, but it was a dream. And I saw her the night she was killed, and who killed her. And I drew a picture of her because I draw through the hands of the child. So when I woke up, I'm able to put myself into that and draw the picture they want to draw. That's online. I have that on my blog. My blog is WordPress, angelauto28, WordPress.com. I haven't been there in a while, but I have a lot of articles there. And then I also, the one that they just arrested the guy for, I still think he's the wrong guy, but that little boy here in New York, Aton Pates, who disappeared in the 70s. I was a child, but when I was about 14 or 15 years old, it kind of caught my eye. I had a dream, and he told me he was in Syracuse, New York. I had never heard of Syracuse, by the way. In the dream, he just kept pointing at this name, and I kept saying, Sycamore, Sycamore. And then I told somebody when I moved to New York when I was like 21, and they go, you mean Syracuse? I go, yes, because I never heard of it. So, talk about towns you never hear of. So now I talked to his father, Aton Pates, before they arrested this guy, and he said there's no mention of Syracuse, and basically told me not to bother him anymore. But I would never. I guess they had a lot of psychics through the years try to bother them, and if they've arrested this guy and complained, but I still think he's the wrong guy. And the guy they caught, a psychic told them about him. I know the psychic. I heard the story, but he's the one who kept bothering the police, saying this is the guy who did it. This is the guy, and they finally followed up on him, and they arrested this guy in the village who is mentally. I think he's slow. Something's wrong with him, but he said he murdered the child, but they couldn't find the body where he said he put it. In a basement, so still I think it's him. That's me. But I will do that. I've done that for free. I worked with somebody on the Lauren case over the girl in college. She disappeared, but I don't know who that person contacts me from time to time. And of course, if it's an adult, not that I don't mind helping, I will. And I say, if you need me to travel somewhere, nobody's ever asked me to do that. I certainly would have to be paid for the travel because I can't afford it. So, until I'm very rich, but I'm working on that. Yeah, I've never been to the spot, but I did help them find a child who sadly had passed away. A child in, it was Maine, and I'm very, very bad. My area code?
No, the other person. Okay.
Oh, horrible. But I'm very, let's say, I don't know geography very well, usually. I can figure it out, but it's hard for me. So I was doing this thing for the police in Maine, and I drew a picture, just like I did. I went through the eyes of the child and drew a picture of where her body was. I said her leg was missing, but the animals ate it. She had drowned, and she was inside a construction tunnel near some weeds or something like that. I drew a picture of this. And then I could see in the background there was a building with a funny, I guess a flag on it, but I don't think it was a flag, it was like a painting. And I kept saying, she's not in the same country. And I said, where could she be? If she's in Maine, isn't that in America? I found out that Maine is right beside Canada. And they found her body in Canada. Yeah.
Wow. Who's John, by the way? Who's John?
Who's what?
John.
John?
Yeah. I'm picking up somebody named John who's a spirit around you.
Yes. Yeah, you are. Is that one of your spirit guides? It's your spirit
No,
guide?
it's for you.
No, he's there. You're right, I see him. I want to say that he feels to me a little bit like like a archangel area, like a not a saint, maybe a saint. It's John. He feels like he's holy. He feels holy to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I was picking up something because I'm also the medium as well, and all of a sudden something told me that there's a John that you have in spirit.
Yeah, and John is right there. He's right there.
Yeah, but I mean, who do you have in spirit named John?
Who has a spirit named John?
No, who do you have that's in spirit that's the name of John?
Oh, me.
Yes,
oh,
you.
Yeah. I have, sadly, I have so many people who passed around me. My dad, not John. I can't come up with one right now, but
okay.
I tell you, I lost a lot of people through the years, and it's funny, I was thinking about a lot of them today. It'll come to me.
Yep, he was early 40s. He's trying to tell me it was early 40s. Blonde hair, blue eyes. He had I'm seeing like a goatee or a beard, and then he keeps coming and going, so he keeps shaving it off, and then he'd grow back.
His name was John. There was a guy I knew years ago in Brooklyn, and we did a lot of seances type of thing together. And I didn't know if he's dead or alive, but he was alive then. He was a young man then. He had leukemia.
Okay.
And he had decided to quit the therapy for it back in the 80s. And he had just lost his mother, and we used to talk to his mother in the house with the door that opened for the guy who committed suicide. But I think his name was John. I think that's correct. And he wore the goatee. He had blonde hair. He was like dramatic in that look. And I always wondered, because he said that he's supposed to die of leukemia. He's supposed to have died as a child, but he survived enough to be an adult.
Yep.
But he quit taking the therapy for the thing because he said, I just want to live my life. He could have passed. He definitely could have passed at the age you said. Yeah.
Because that's what I was picking up for you, and he was just wanting to go ahead and come through to you.
Well, hi, John. How are you doing? I remember you. Yeah. He was very cool. He was a very cool dude. He was like a hippie type of guy. He's cool.
Yeah, he was saying, he goes, oh, I've got some stories I can tell on her. But those are fun days.
He used to know, he was in the room with a lot of us. He was one of the ones who encouraged me also to continue to do it as a profession. Because I was pretty young then. And he was going, you got to do this as a profession. And I go, well, let's see. And he kind of encouraged me that way.
Yep.
He said, you're good at it.
Well, good. So he's just wanting to go ahead and come through then for you and, just say hi and let you know he's around.
Hey, yeah, thank you, John. I haven't seen him forever. Yeah, I hadn't thought about you, but I might find him in one of my diaries. That'd be cool.
Hey, you never know.
He's a very nice guy. Yeah,
well, good. We'll go ahead and the next caller is actually in our chat room, so we're going to go ahead and bring her on the air. It's area code 404. You're on the air.
404.
Hello.
Aisha?
Hey.
Yes.
Hi. Yes, ma'am. I had a question about seeing these two guys. I want to know how they feel about me, should I leave them alone or one name is Joseph and the other name is Scott. Should I say birthday?
I heard very little. It was hard to hear. I heard Joseph, and I don't know what that was, about a question about somebody named Joseph.
She has,
the question?
Roughly, she has two gentlemen that she's interested in and is wanting to know, about the relationship for either one of them.
Okay. And how old are you?
Feel about me? What do you think? One name is Joseph, the other name is Scott. And possibly one is meeting my soulmate.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. Because I'm getting it fuzzy. But you said there's two gentlemen, so I'll tell you what I see. So I'm getting, I don't know, I heard the name Joseph, but I don't know if you said that or if that's just something, I heard that from you. I don't know if I was just hearing the wrong words, but somebody has a tie to the name Joseph or Joe. Oh, Scott and Joseph. Okay, so Joseph seems to be the stronger of the two, although right now, is Scott more, are you right now? He seems to be stronger with you right now. I don't know what that is, but Scott seems more immature. That's what I'm hearing, immature in the long run. I feel like Scott may be the immature one in the long run when it comes to relationship, really doing all the things that need to be done in a relationship after a while. Like, he would be the one to, I can't say it's bad or good, but like, he doesn't seem like he'd be serious at the right moments. I feel like he might be fun, a little goofy, but I'm getting something with just taking responsibility. He might sometimes back off on that. Although I feel a highly intelligent person there. They're both intelligent, but I feel like there's something highly... Is one of them like involved with law or law enforcement? But I'm getting more like lawyer. Hopefully they don't have to have a lawyer, but somebody who is...
Oh,
yeah.
I know. I think Scott been in jail.
Which one?
Scott. Scott has been in jail before.
Scott.
You what?
But he did tell me that he got in a bit of trouble today at work. He ran into over $20,000 worth of damage when he was driving forklift.
Okay. And he got in a little trouble today. That might be what I'm seeing with the, getting chastised or, getting in trouble. But I'm getting somebody who has also an interest in law. I don't know if, well, it might be you, but I feel like somebody's interested in law. I didn't catch your age. How old are you right now?
I'm 30. I'm 30.
You're 30. Did you study law or did you think about that or something? Political science? I'm getting somebody in one of those fields or wanting to be.
Oh, I do security. I look at CCTV, but I want to
there's my law enforcement.
For a radiology.
What do you want to do?
I want to
I guess so. You do security.
But I'm scared for school because I don't want to fail. I'm sorry,
I got
breaking up.
What's the second part? Tell me again, because I heard, okay, do you want to do something else? Is that what it is?
Yes, ma'am. I want to do radiology, go to school for radiology, but I'm scared that I might fail, so that's why.
What did she say she wanted to do?
She wanted to go into radiology, but she's afraid that she may fail at it.
Yeah, do it. You'll be great at it. You've got a healing vibe about you. You are a healer. So security is really not your thing. You're probably fine at it, but you're more a helper, and radiology is a help program. You're going to do great at it. Actually, that's what they were telling me. There's somebody who's highly intelligent here. It's you. You're very highly intelligent. There's no reason you wouldn't get through that. Well, you do it very well. There's a woman who will be your teacher. I feel like this is a woman, and she's very good at getting you through this. You'll have your whole, I don't know if you're getting a 4-year degree, but I saw by the time you're 34, you're definitely working in the field of radiology if you continue to pursue it. You always have, I tell people when I read, first of all, I see like 5 different paths, but the path you're currently on, if you continue with that and really focus, just do it because you want to, is that you'll do very well at it. You'll excel at it. I think you'll enjoy it a lot too. You like radiology. You like helping people.
Right.
I mean, you could have even been nurse. Yeah, you can do any of that.
Okay. When did you see me meeting my soulmate and having kids? I just had a miscarriage. Not too long ago.
You want kids? You're saying, will you have kids? Is that what she asked?
She's wanted to know when she may find her soulmate and have kids. She just had a miscarriage.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You're going to have 2 children. There's going to be 2, I think it's 2 little girls. At least one of them's definitely a girl, but I'm getting maybe 2 little girls. Not that far away. I would say within the next, maybe that's what I'm seeing too. One about 32 years old. Looks like you have your first girl, because you had this miscarriage. That might have been a girl too, but you will have 2, children that go on, of course, and grow up and all that. It looks like there's 2 girls. There is a possibility of twins. I don't know if it's in your family or just a fluke, because there is a possibility they come at the same time. But that's a little bit faint. I would call it a little faint right now to see if for sure if it's 2 of them at the same time. But I think one at 32 for sure, and by the time you're 34, 35, you have 2 children. So if they came at the same time, then obviously, but they come pretty close together if they're not the same day. Same part of the day.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I see. Yeah. So it's good.
My soulmate? Did you hear me about my soulmate?
About her soulmate.
I meet my soulmate.
Yeah, the soulmate. Well, that's the person who you have the babies with. The babies, yeah. It looks like
Okay.
this is also about 32. you are, at least you're married about that time. I want to say that you don't get together with this person until like you're 31. I don't know how close you are to 31, but it looks like it's around or near. How close are you to 31?
That's next year. Okay.
Next year?
Next year I'll be 31.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel it's kind of towards your birthday area before you meet or get together with this person, and then you're probably married within a year. 8 months to a year is pretty quick, actually. But you know that you want to be together, so it's not a problem. This person may be tied also. Go the radiology way, because this person might be tied to also medical. This may even be a doctor. This may even be a doctor.
Well, you know, the first guy, Joseph, he's anesthesiologist.
Oh, he is. Oh, that might be it then. Because they're tied to this person. So it could be that I don't think anything really happens until you're about 31. In the sense of him committing. Maybe that's where I'm getting was he the one who, Scott, the childish one? Or if it's him, maybe that's what I'm picking up, is that he's not ready to make that kind of permanent commitment until another year, give or take, when your birthday is. It looks like it takes him a little time to kind of figure out that he can be a grown-up. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but I think it's just that he's not quite ready for that until you're about 31. So it's not out of the question that he is that one. If he's an anesthesiologist, then that fits to what I'm seeing, because I see you with somebody who's medical, like, you know, you will be. Radiology and, yeah, anesthesiologist would fit right into that. Yeah, that's a doctor.
Yep.
Right. Great.
Yeah, and I was picking up the same thing too. Children, and I was picking up children about 33, 34 too. So yeah, so we were getting the same info.
Yeah, the babies.
Yes. So let us know how everything goes. Okay.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. And, you know,
I will. And
let me
I'll
know.
be on Facebook.
Okay. Good. You have yourself a great night.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day now.
You too. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.
Send an email. Send me an email. We'll, you know, have a little thing. I know you can't get on the free call right now, but, you know, we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Because I have the angelr28@yahoo.com, and I check that a lot, and I check the Facebook page. I do check, yeah. But I check the email probably more to see, because I have several pages on Facebook, but I do check that one as long. They'll show me if there's a message. It does come up. Michael, who has a dog? You have a dog?
Well, I have two.
There's a dog. Two. That's what I keep seeing dogs pop around. So I just hear them and I see them in my mind, but I see them running around. Brown dog. One's brown, or are they both brown? There's a brown.
Yeah, they both have some brown, but yeah, one of them's more brown than the other.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm getting the energy of that dog, and it's really happy. It's a happy doggy. Mm-hmm. They're both happy, but I'm getting one is really happy.
Yep.
Is one tied more to you?
Yeah.
Because I get like. Yeah, because one looks like it's really, you know, you're the best. You're the number one. Gets jealous when anybody else is in the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, they get very jealous. So yeah, we brought our animals down here with us.
Yeah. What's your blog? Oh, the blog. I can say it this way. It's Angel Aura. So ANGELAURA 28.wordpress.com. That's the blog. Oh, Simone, your dog just passed. Was it a brown dog? A little kind of brownish? Butt-like? Because that's what I'm seeing. And it might be in spirit when I'm seeing this dog. I do see animals in spirit, too. I can hear them. I can even hear living ones speak, like, what they're feeling. Because the animals communicate, at least in my experience, through feeling and visual. Yeah. They'll show me a picture of what makes them happy. So, like, that's why I said I saw your dog, like, saying, this is my person. This is, you know, in his vision. He's just like, no, you belong to me. And it looks like he's jealous even if anything comes near you, anybody else. But yeah, if you want to get hold of me, so angelr28.wordpress.com. Again, I haven't, yes, there you go. I haven't been there in a long time. I need to start catching up. I'm going to post more. If I hear from all of you, I certainly have more things to say. Throw me a question at angelr28@yahoo.com. If you have a general question, I may answer publicly so you can answer. You know, if you have personal questions, that's more like a reading. But if you're saying, yeah, I'd like to know more about this law of attraction or focusing or sleeping in the place you want to be, or, you know, I can send you that way too. And I don't charge for that. You know, if it's general, it'll help a lot of people, that's fine. And I can always give recommendations, like if you say, what can I listen to enhance this, I'll certainly send you that, because I don't have my own tapes yet, but I'm going to do that soon. And you can sell those on Amazon too, I hear.
Yes.
So I'm going to make some meditation tapes, because I have a very special meditation I do that I kind of created. Kind of mixes a lot of things, but it's really cool. But I'll give you guys, if you want, just a little thing that I do teach people, to give you a little hint of what my classes will be like, just kind of a fun thing. You all want to learn how to see your aura. If you haven't seen it yet, you can see your aura. You can see other people's too, but I'll tell you how to see your own since you're watching. So what you do, usually it's good if you're in front of a blank wall, but usually not white. Let's say like a brown wall or a brick wall. You put your hand up like this, okay? And you look at that wall through really close to your skin, between your thumb and your finger here, and you look at that wall and you see a blurriness there. That's your aura. You're looking right at it. Sometimes I see a line. Well, I see auras, but I see a line, and I can take the lines a little bit away from the skin, and then I can see colors kind of shooting, and that blurriness that you see, or that line, that's your aura. You're just looking at the fact you're alive. That's what it is. Auras are not hard to see. It just means you're alive. So the only person you won't see an aura on is a dead one. If you see a cadaver, there's no aura. If they just died, they might see it leaving or something like that. So when I was a kid, that's when I would be afraid of older people, like at church, and I go, they're going to die soon. I said it out loud, but I was only 6. And I would be afraid of the person. Somebody finally told my mother and the church, I see auras, and when somebody's about to die or they're dying, not to scare you, but your aura kind of steps away or turns very, very dark. Not in an evil way, just it's starting to go away. You see it with Alzheimer's patients and terminal patients who said, I saw my dead husband, or I saw my husband in the room and he's been dead for 20 years, and they don't know that. That means they're kind of going back and forth from the other side to here, and eventually they just keep going. And you'll see that a lot with people who have the elderly people or memory issues like that. But I teach you that, and then yeah, that's one of the ones I teach, how to check that out, see your aura.
Oh, cool.
Now you can sense colors eventually. You can sense colors, I teach all that, but that's just the basic one, how to see it. Oh, and then the other one I was going to tell you that I don't always give away, but I'll do it for you. There's the term falling in love. Well, that started in the ancient times. I don't know what year, I can't tell you who started it, but it's because of your chakras. Basically, the best way to fall in love, it's the only way it really works. This is more like what twin flames do. Twin flames and sacred soulmates. You start here with your crown chakra, right? And your crown chakra is basically wide, and it's kind of connected to the heavens, the God, the universe, whatever. And you light that up. It's pure white. Then you go to your third eye chakra, because at first it's an ideal. Like, I want a lover, I want somebody who really loves me. It's kind of out there. Then it suddenly goes into your third eye, and so it's in your mind, and you're going, yeah, I definitely want somebody to be with me. Then you communicate it. You go to this chakra, and you communicate it. Then you go to your heart chakra, and you say, I really need somebody, I'm lonely, so it's very much you're in your heart. Then you go to your emotional chakra, which is your solar plexus. And now look what's happening, you're falling in love. That's the way you fall in love. Then you go to your sacral chakra, which is the one that connects you sexually. It's your reproductive organ. And then you go to your chakra, the grounding chakra, which what makes you want to be together with that person in a household and make a family. So that's how you fall in love. That's the falling of the chakras. But what most people do, I'll say men more than women, usually have the tendency to start with their sacral chakra, which is basically sex. They don't touch these other ones. They just go, I want sex, I want sex. Women can do it too, but mostly. And women start here with their heart, going, I want somebody to really love me. And we forget to do the other stuff to connect us. So that's why people get kind of messed up. So you get a man here, the woman thinks, oh my God, he really loves me because he wants to sleep with me all the time. Well, it's really, they only lit up one chakra. It's not, maybe, Yeah, so it's kind of like we get kind of caught up, and that's why we don't always get men and women in that situation have a tendency to be they get a little emotional in different ways because you're lighting up your chakras. So try to fall in love. And the other thing is they say if you want to communicate with somebody, and that's what I do, light up their chakras too and follow with you. Like pretend they're in front of you in a meditative state, and then light up your chakras together and have them tunnel towards each other, and usually they'll hear you better. A living person, this is telepathy, but it's a great way to use telepathy.
Oh, cool.
To anybody. That's anybody in the world. Yeah.
Well, we're about out of time. I want to thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah. It was fun.
Well, good. And we'll definitely have to have you back on again. And I posted up on the chat rooms and under the comment section on how everyone to get a hold of you.
Okay, great. And, I'll talk to you again soon. And if you want a reading, let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'd love one. Okay, well, I'll talk to you again real soon.
Okay.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining in. And Janina, yes, I only do the shows 2 nights a week right now. I know I used to do them 5 nights, and but right now with everything else going on, it's only 2. Every Monday night at this time, it's 7 o'clock Mountain Time, so it's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And on Wednesday nights, an hour later, so it would be 10 o'clock Eastern Time that we do the shows for between 1 to 2 hours. I have our amazing guests coming back with me, and may add another show or 2 maybe during the daytime, so people can reach us. And that's why if you go to Google Store, type in Be The Light Now, you can download our app, so you can replay the show, you can listen to the video, you can listen to the audio, many different things you can do. You can check out our schedule of events, and soon you'll also be able to go ahead and click on Call In, and you can go ahead and come into our switchboard that we use that's not on Blog Talk Radio, because we have 61 different phone numbers from around the world. So like here in Costa Rica, we have our own access phone number. You dial that in, it'll bring you into our our conference calling switchboard. If you're from the United Nations, from England or Italy or Spain, they all have their own phone numbers. The same thing with the United States and Canada and Mexico. Everyone will have their own phone number, so it's a local call for you. So even if you're driving someplace, or you're out on the street and you're like, oh, Michael's doing a show, I want to call in, you have the access number right there for you, and that's on our app. So go to the Google Play Store right now, type in Be The Light Now. You can download our app, let me know about it, go ahead and rate it, let me know what you think about it. Apple should be coming out any time now. Hopefully in about another week to 2 weeks it'll be out there. So I'll be posting it on Facebook and on the pages and everything else. We'll be talking more about that. So until Wednesday night, everyone, go to the website, BeTheLightNow.com. Let me know how you like the show. And if you want to be a guest, let me know too. We don't charge our guests, and we don't charge our callers. So until Wednesday night, everybody, have fun, be good, and in the United States, happy 4th of July.
Seconds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.